Hey, what's up, guys? It's BJ Min, the author of the book How to Make Money with eBooks, and the publisher of HowExpert, which publishes quick how-to guides on all topics from A to Z. Okay, we have a simple mission here at HowExpert. These are our books. Go check it out on Amazon as an ebook, paperback book, and audiobook. Okay, we got some motivational music in the background to motivate you to go for your dreams. Okay, because HowExpert is all about helping everyday people discover what their dreams are, their talents are, their passion is, and ultimately create a content, whether it's a book, online course, a YouTube video, whatever it is, and go for their dreams. And we want to put those everyday people on the map, whether they become an author for HowExpert, online course creator for HowExpert, and so forth. And we're just getting started, okay? We're just getting started, okay? My quick story is that I went from being a broke convenience store clerk at one time, working at the convenience store, hating my job and saying I want to get out of here. So eventually I worked on ebooks from back in the days, from 2007. May of 2007 was the first time I made money online with my ebooks at the time, okay, when I just got started in a niche business, okay? And back then there was no Amazon, Kindle business. So I just sold it on websites, and I did little by little. I ended up creating 50 ebooks of my own, okay, in different niches with different pen names, because I just wanted to get out of the store. And eventually I made full-time income online with ebooks, digital products, building my own websites and so forth. And eventually the Kindle came out around 2010. 3 years into it, I'm making full-time income online. I'm finally left my parents' house from the convenience store job and finally, making a full-time income online. And then I decided, you know what? I'm trying everything under the sun, like I'm doing right now. I'm documenting the journey, right? And eventually, one thing led to another. I said, you know what? I have a skill set, know how to develop ebooks on my own as a writer, and I know how to publish books on a website. But now this Kindle thing came out, and the challenge I had back in the days was that 90% of the ebooks that I wrote and put up a website and bought the domain names and bought the hosting and bought the websites and did the marketing, did hundreds of YouTube videos and various different channels with different pen names and different niches. 90% did not sell. So I got frustrated in this journey, like you're probably going through in your journey, whatever industry, whatever field, whatever passion you're going through. I've been there, okay? I've been there. And you know what? But I kept going. But sometimes when you keep going, keep taking action, whether you believe or not, God is there and God opens doors. And you go to the next door. And the next door for me at 2010 was Kindle. Kindle came out. And I said, you know what? Let me check this out. 2010. Let me submit these books, 50 books that I wrote on my own, and let me put it up on Kindle and see if it's going to sell or not. And I didn't think much of it because in my journey as an entrepreneur, internet marketer, 90% of things, if not 99% of things I try don't work. But the key is that the 1% that does, that's a close light in the dark tunnel to give you the hope to keep going. Does that make sense? And that's what happened with me. I wrote 50 ebooks of my own. Most of them did not sell with all this arduous, difficult process, but I saw Kindle, let's put it up there. Let's see if it works. And this time, the next month, I made money. And majority of the books I never sold, from making a website, making hosting, doing all this stuff, it finally sold without advertising, without building a website, without any of that, because it was on Amazon. And then I had the light bulb idea. The idea God gave me an idea. Wow, let me scale this to the next level. Let's do hundreds of books. Let's try it out. Let's do it. If something works in internet marketing in your business or any industry you have, that's a sign. That's a sign to go bigger and to keep going. Because a lot of things that we try may fail. But if there's one little sign that works, that's a sign for you to keep going, okay? So for me, what I did was I said, all right, that's a sign. Let me keep going. Let me start hiring people. Let me start hiring writers, okay? Back then, there was no platforms called Upwork. It's called Upwork, which is what I use. Thank you to Upwork. Shout out to Upwork. Whoever created that, thank you, sir. Thank you, team. I mean, that's how so many people have been able to find work, whether it's a client or freelancer and so forth. And basically, what happened was, I started hiring writers now. I was a writer before, started off as a writer, started off as a convenience store clerk, then a writer. Then and I had that light bulb idea. This can go bigger. So I started hiring other people. Now I became a publisher because I knew the process. And I started hiring the writers. And I did one thing differently that I thank God to this day. You know, back in the days, there was a lot of people. I still like hire the writers as ghostwriters, and just put a pen name and so forth. That was it. But I was reading books about entrepreneurship, Entrepreneur Press, and I noticed they built the brand Entrepreneur Press and John Smith, or whatever the writer's name was. So from that model, from seeing such a big company like Entrepreneur Press, and even dummies, they branded dummies, but at the same time, they credited the writer. So it was a win-win situation. So I said, how about me create a brand as well? So that's why I created HowExpert. I still don't remember that day I built that name. But there was a website like ehow.com back in the days. So I was like, what about HowExpert? So I searched, and it was available. I bought the domain name. And next thing you know, I put up HowExpert. I put the HowExpert Press and John Smith, whatever name is. Now it's with HowExpert with John Smith, whatever the name. That's the model we follow. But we still credit the writers, okay? And we put their real name here. And instead of telling them, you know, go out there and write a book about this topic, based on my research, I did something different. I did something more organic, more authentic, more real. Okay, now I'm not saying I came up with this idea. It just came from the process. And I told the writers, everyone I hired, you know, they say, no, they were telling me what topic to tell them. And I said, you know what? How about this? How about, what are you best at? What are you passionate about? What are you the number one best at in your life? And I specifically remember one guy who wrote a book about shooting a bow. He said he's good at shooting a bow. I've never heard that before in my life. So I said, you know what? That's unique alone. So you know what? Write a book about how to shoot a bow. Not health and fitness or maybe business or self-improvement, these hot topics. No disrespect to people who do that, but it was just like, I wanted to do it organically. I wanted to be real. And on top of that, I wanted to put their name on the book. So that gave them extra incentive as a writer to put them, not just be a freelance writer for blogs, but now become an author. Because once an author, always an author. So it was a win-win collaboration. And we started like this little by little. And you know what? Ever since then, we ended up going from that to publishing hundreds of books, over almost 300 how-to books on all topics from A to Z. I'm not saying we're perfect. We're just getting started. I honestly believe we're just getting started, because you know what? The more you take action, it's not just talk about my story here and HowExpert, but also for you. I hope this message, you know, you can relate to and you can learn from. Because as you take massive action, doors are going to start opening. You may not know, you may not hit that success that you truly want. Other people around you, your peers who you start from, may have surpassed you in certain ways. But you know what? Don't compare yourself to them. That's one of the things I've learned in my life as a publisher. You know, as an internet marketer, I'm exposed to all kinds of ways to make money online, full-time income online. And there's other ways to make money way more than me, whether it's stocks, you know, Forex or e-commerce, or just all kinds of you know, business opportunities and so forth. But you know what? I look back at my 10 plus years as a full-time internet marketer, and what I found out, that one sustainable business that has been here, because some businesses went up and they went down. Some business opportunities I promoted, they went bankrupt. But the one business that kept on going since back in those days is this self-publishing business, at least for me. And that was a sign for me to keep putting my time, energy, and talents and skill sets and focus in this business, HowExpert. Okay, so for many years, HowExpert was a side business actually for me. For many years. It wasn't until 2016, all my businesses started going down. I said, but the only business that was surviving by a tiny little thread was HowExpert. And that's why I said, you know what, from 2016, I only had ebooks at the time and a little bit of paperbacks, but I discovered about the audiobooks via ACX in 2016. I said, February 2016, I still remember. I said, you know what, I'm going to start hiring audiobook narrators, because I got 300 how-to books for HowExpert, and our sister company, sister brand, Short Story Press, we have 100 ebooks. Okay, so we got 400 books total. Let's get those and turn it into audiobooks. Let's give it a shot. And like back in the days when I first got started and put up my 50 books of my own, and he finally sold, it was a light in the tunnel, dark tunnel. When you see a light in the tunnel, you got to keep focusing on the light, not in the darkness. Go towards the light, and as you focus on the light, you're going to get there one step at a time. Okay, this is not just a saying. This is real life experience I've learned from. And again, in 2016, I was going through a struggling time in my own business. Every other business was falling. Competition took my stuff and just started going down. But the only sustainable business that was standing by a tiny little thread was HowExpert. And so I said, I got to do something with this. I didn't know what to do, but I learned about audiobooks. So I said, you know what? Let me try to put up this audiobook. And at the time, you know, I didn't even know how to do designs and whatnot for audiobooks. You know, I now have a very strong team, a loyal, strong team for design. But back then I did it in 2016. So what I did was I said, I put up my own Microsoft Paint and saw the requirements for ACX audiobook design. I said, let me put it up right now. Just take action. That's another lesson to you. Whatever your dream is, don't try to be perfect. Entrepreneurship is not about perfection. It's about progression. Does that make sense? You take one step at a time, you fall. The first book that you'll do, you'll fail. Okay, it's okay. But as long as you see a sign, if you see a light, you keep going. And that's what happened to me with audiobooks. I have 400 potential audiobooks. I started off with one, and I put it up there. And then I put up like 5 the first month in February 2016 with audiobooks. Next thing you know, the next month I wake up, I made about $70. That's not a lot, I know, to some of you, a lot of you. $70 is what? You're going to change your life with $70? But like I said, you don't see the end result, external factor. You see the potential when you see light. When you see a result, you see the potential. So when I saw $70, I didn't see 70. I saw the potential for more because we have 400 more books to go. And ever since February 2016, I just said, you know what? I'm going to focus 100% full-time on HowExpert. All these other business opportunities that were great. They made more money than HowExpert, to be honest with you. But you know what? This has been sustainable, and this is also my own. You know, I'm not in a business opportunity promoting this affiliate product here, and then the company goes down. So that's not me. That's not mine. You know, HowExpert is mine. You know, it's mine. I own this. So let me put, for the first time, instead of doing this part-time, let me do 100% full-time in HowExpert. And from then on, every single day, I listen to audiobooks, narrators. Every single day, I would listen to narrators. I probably listened to thousands of audiobook narrators and just started hiring. Boom, 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 boom. And next thing you know, just about recently, we finished over 400 audiobooks, 300 for HowExpert, 100 for Short Story Press, 400. It took about 2016, 17, 18, 19. It took about 3 to 4 years. Okay. And that went from $70 a month. I mean, it's not a drastic change, but it went almost 30 times higher just from that one source. Okay. In 3 to 4 years. And I just want to share with you the story of what HowExpert is. And you know what? We're just getting started right now. That's the story of HowExpert. But that's not the end of HowExpert. You know what I mean? Because this is just the beginning. And just like, and you may see, oh, I have a lot of books. No, I live in Los Angeles, California county. Okay. It is one of the most expensive places to live in the world. And all the money I make, I fund it back into other projects. So I'm not living a laptop lifestyle right now. I don't care right now because I'm not even finished with the vision. And the more you take action, you see in more and more vision. It's like one of my mentors told me back in the days, how do you know your vision? He says 100 feet away, you can't see. But 5 feet away on a foggy night, you can't see 100 feet away, but you can see 5 feet away, right? So when you're driving a car, you drive 5 feet. And then as you go 5 feet, you can see a little bit farther. You can see 10 feet away now. And you drive a little forward, a little bit farther slowly, and you can see 15 feet away. And you keep on doing it, and eventually you get to the 100 feet place. You see the ultimate vision. And just like that, I'm taking action right now. And I'm documenting the journey. Because one of my online mentors throughout this journey as an entrepreneur, Gary Vee, says to document your journey. Okay, and a lot of times you will fail. I'm failing every single time. I've tried so many different projects on this YouTube channel, on my own YouTube channel. I've done thousands of videos and haven't blown up yet. And you know what? But I'm keep on going because I want to inspire you in this channel too. You know, I started my own channel. I'll probably continue to do that, but I'm starting to like wonder, maybe I should focus on HowExpert channel. You know, maybe I should speak here instead of my own channel, because this, at least the subscriber count is growing. My own personal is decreasing for whatever reason. It's okay. I don't go by the numbers. I walk by faith, not by sight. Okay? I walk by vision now. And what I'm doing now, the next chapter, HowExpert, is not just books. We did pretty much 300 how-to books. Okay? Okay, it's on Amazon. But now our next vision is to do 300 online courses. Okay? If you wrote for HowExpert in the past and you want to do an online course, whether it's through PowerPoint or do a video like this, anyone is welcome, and I'm willing to listen and work with you. Okay? Okay, I want to work with you. If you don't want to do online courses, that's okay. Because we have so many people who now want to do online courses. It's in demand. And that's how I see a sign like this is. And I posted jobs about how-to guides, and I also posted jobs on Upwork for online courses. And I'm noticing there's a bigger demand for online courses. So I realized, just like that's a little light in the dark tunnel, I don't just see, you know, 1 or 2 applicants. I see the potential for hundreds of applicants that we will work with, collaborate with, and put them on the map. Okay, as an expert, because the benefits for working with HowExpert is not just becoming an author, but being an author is a way to elevate yourself as an authority in your field, in your passion. Okay, it is not just getting paid once, which we do pay one time, but you know what? It's an opportunity to become an author, an expert in your field, to get even bigger and better opportunities in your industry. Does that make sense? Because once you're an author, you can put that on the book, in your resume, in your portfolio. Okay, when you have a business, you can say, I'm an author. And when you go to conferences and events, instead of giving business cards, this is your new business card. So you stand out above everybody else. It's an opportunity to raise yourself. And you know what's amazing about HowExpert? It's about everyday people. I'm just an everyday person. I'm not a great, amazing guru with a suit tie on. Maybe I should be in the future, but right now I'm an everyday person. Okay, I'm an everyday person, and I work with HowExpert people who are everyday people for the everyday people out there. And these are everyday, and you know what's amazing? Everyday people out there have amazing talents. It's not just the PhDs, nothing disrespect to the PhDs. It's not just the good-looking people per se. Nothing, I'm not saying wrong, ugly or whatever, but you know what I mean, the everyday people. We have a diamond in the rough inside of us. I'm an everyday person. When I was in high school, I had no friends. And you know, so I resonate with people like that, who may be the outcast, maybe called weird. Maybe, you know what? But you know what I learned in life? Those people who are the outcasts, who are weird, they had less pressure later on as I grew up as adults to fit in, to be liked by so many friends. Because they were unpopular, they had a vision of their own and went their own path. And I want to encourage the everyday people who know who they are, who know what makes them come alive, to continue to do that all the way. And if you work with HowExpert, we want to take you to that next level. We want to take you to the next level. Okay? Whatever you're doing, do what you're doing. But we want to take you to the next level. For my 10+ years of experience as a digital marketer, I know how to do a lot of internet marketing things. How to make you transition from a writer to an author, to a locally talented person, to a talented person worldwide, internationally, as an online course creator. So the next chapter of HowExpert, we're looking for online course creators for all topics from A to Z, whatever makes you come alive. And the topic is not, I don't tell you what topic it is. I interact with you as a publisher, interact with you, interview you through the Upwork job post, and find out and dig down deep. What's your passion? What's your uniqueness? What's unique about you? Why unique? Because everybody has a unique thumbprint, right? And so do you. And as long as you have passion, confidence, and competence, I want to work with you. I want to put you on the map to do what you believe you are called to do here on earth, to ultimately make a positive impact in your sphere of influence. So we can cover all spheres of influences from A to Z. All together, everyday people make a positive impact in the world. One everyday talent, one everyday expert at a time. And that's what our mission is. And I just wanted to do this quick video because I'm inspired. I'm just documenting a journey. And behind the scenes, this is what it is. This is what we're doing. And if you want to work with us, there'll be links below the video. Go check us out. Support our products. If you support our products, the more funds we get, the more we can empower, discover, and empower and maximize talents of other people, everyday talents. We have 300 books right now. But one day I want to get to thousands of books, okay? Thousands of books, thousands of online courses, one step at a time. Okay, so support our books, and if you enjoyed our books, go out and give us a review. Okay, we appreciate that. And we're just getting started. Now we're looking for online course creators. If you have a passion, if you're passionate about something, a unique topic, a topic that's unheard of, but there is an audience, people just like you across the world now through the internet. It's not just local, it's international. I don't care where you're from. As long as you're talented, there's talented people everywhere. I believe God gave us all talent. You know, a lot of times we live in a world, it's tough. We got life stresses, family stresses, everything. So we shove down our passion inside of us, right? And we think we don't have a passion when we do. And I want to end this with this quote. Howard Thurman had an amazing quote. He said, he had an amazing quote. He was an amazing speaker back in the days. And he said, don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. That's what makes you come alive. That's your passion. And don't give no excuses. Defend, say, I have nothing that makes me come alive. If you look within, instead of look externally outside, what is it like? Look within. You quietly know there will be a little quiet whisper of you knowing what makes you come alive, what you truly want to do. Don't doubt that. Go towards that. Okay. I want to encourage you to keep going that. And that's what HowExpert is all about. We work with everyday people, and we try to do our best to discover what's your unique gift, okay? What's your unique passion? What makes you come alive? And then write a book about that to help people just like you in the world through the internet. As an author, as an online course creator, and we have many more plans in the future after we do our online courses, possibly even coaching for all sphere of influences. Okay, or membership sites, something like of that nature. One step at a time, though. We did books. Now we're going to do, we've done ebooks, books, audiobooks. Now we're going to do online courses. Okay, all topics A to Z. After we do that, we're going to go to the next step, which may be more personal, maybe seminars in all different areas, maybe meetup groups, maybe coaching. Email coaching is very possibly for people who want to get to the next level, your audience. And they're just getting started. I'm just saying, okay? So listen, we don't hire everyone, but if we don't hire you for writing for HowExpert, because I know, I'll be honest with you, I'll be frank with you, we hire about 10 to 15% of the people who apply, because we want to make sure you're not applying just for the application, and we also want to make sure you're passionate about your topic. Also, you're confident about your topic. You're competent about your topic, and you know your topic so well that you know yourself. A lot of times, if I ask someone, "Oh, what are you passionate about?" If they say a general answer like, "Oh, I just like health. I like lifestyle," that's too general. You gotta look down deep. What type of health? Oh, I like martial arts. What type of martial arts? I like Taekwondo. Okay, what aspect of Taekwondo are you best at? Taekwondo kicks. I'd rather have you teach Taekwondo kicks 101 than health 101. Health 101 has thousands of competitors. But if you do Taekwondo 101, you may be the first in the market to put a course, a book out there in the world about Taekwondo kicks. And you may be one, you might say there's no market, but the world is big. So I'm trying to find out what's unique about you and create a course, a book, and so forth based on that. And ideally, because we get a lot of applicants and for time and speed purposes, we have to work with people who already know themselves so deeply that they already give that niche answers to us. I could work with you maybe if I see potential, and dig down deep. But a lot of times now we just go straight to the person who already knows themselves so deeply that they give that answer. And don't worry, it's not a rejection if we say no, okay? Because I still all believe everyone has talents. Everyone does. You just have to keep going and pressing forward. Sometimes no, failure is not failure. Failure is feedback to dig down deep, or maybe work on your craft, right? Or if you want to work with us on a custom project, you know, I may be interested in that as well, where this is not us hiring you, but a custom project is you hiring me as like a coach to guide you through our process to write the book and get it published for you as well. That's a done for you service after you finish the book, or a done for you service after you create the course. Okay, I'm not going to create the content for you though, because I'm not the expert. You are the expert of your field. I can guide you how to create that. I can guide you how to create a book, even though you've never written books before. Whether you want to write it the old-fashioned way, which is what I recommend, or you can do it dictation style by breaking down your expertise into 7 steps. And you don't know what your expertise, you can hire me. I have a separate coaching and done for you service where I can be your self-publishing coach. I can be your digital marketing coach to turn your passion into profit online. But the ones who are the best, I no disrespect to other people, the ones who are the best, I want to work with for HowExpert. But if we don't work with you, there's still opportunities to work with me. Okay, that's for coaching or my online courses that I teach, or my done for you services. I want my purposes in life is like HowExpert's purpose, which is 3 things: discover, empower, and maximize talents, ultimately to make a positive impact in the world, one person at a time. Okay, so whether you work with HowExpert, or whether you work with me, or whether you don't work with me, go for your dreams. That's the best way to live, because you got one life to live. And you know what? Everyday people can do it. I'm an everyday person who used to be broke, convenience store clerk. I wrote a book that hit #1 on Amazon's bestseller category for 1 hour during his first month of life. Me. Everyone can do it, and everyday people can do it. So let us help you. This is a HowExpert motivation video of the day. And by the way, we have a Facebook group. We have a Facebook group now. We have a Facebook group. I'm just starting new social media too. We have a YouTube channel and so forth, but we have a Facebook group where you can connect with us if you're an aspiring content creator, writer, narrator, or online course creator. You're more interested in this, or you've already worked with for HowExpert in the past on HowExpert projects. You want to talk and have a Facebook group so we can discuss and be more personal. I create a Facebook group for our content creators. So if you wrote for HowExpert, please join our Facebook group. Okay, this is a great opportunity to, you know, connect with other like-minded people going for their dreams, because HowExpert is about you going for your dreams. Writing a book, it may not be the end goal, but it's that one step towards going for your dreams, whatever your industry is. And when you meet other passionate people, you become more passionate, more inspired as well. And it's not just learning from your own industry, but you can learn outside the box lessons when you learn from other people in other industries. Okay, there's a marketer named Jay Abraham. He said it. The reason why he was able to learn so many marketing strategies and innovative thinking was because he studied so many different industries. He didn't study just one industry, because if people who study in just one industry, they all do the same thing. So it's a great opportunity for HowExpert content creators, or aspiring content creators, or people who don't even want to write for HowExpert or write for our projects, but interested in this philosophy to learn from each other, like-minded people. Join our group, okay? I may have 2 different groups. One group is for the public, for readers and students of HowExpert products. And second is for content creators, writers, narrators, audiobook narrators, course creators, online course creators, and so forth, okay? Or I might make it all in the same one, so, you know, people can connect, or somehow, one step at a time. I'm going through the journey right now, creating these groups. So check us out on social media: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Subscribe to our page, because I'm looking to do more of these videos and also document the journey behind the scenes as well. I'm not going to document every single thing, because I have time. I need time to work too. But one of my passions is to speak, and that's why I'm doing this right now as well. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I wish you the best. I'll see you soon. Take care.